My name's David Kiley. I'm a Paralympic medalist and the founder of DK3, which is a wheelchair basketball invitational 3-on-3 tournament. My childhood dreams were pretty focused on basketball. I wanted to be a UCLA Bruin, and I wanted to be a Los Angeles Laker. No matter how you carved it up, I wanted to be a great basketball player. I was 19 years old and looking forward to college basketball when I received my spinal cord injury. I was in the mountains of Big Bear in Southern California, riding in an inner tube, totally out of control, hit a tree, and forever would have my life changed. It was, as we call it, incomplete, so I was partially paralyzed from T12 through L1. I mean, it was serious. It was full-blown survival mode, and as you can imagine, there were all kinds of thoughts going through my head. I knew about Casa Colina through a good friend of mine, Frank Burns, who started the wheelchair sports program that was brand new but making a lot of noise nationally. I was recruited by Frank Burns and Casa Colina to play on their basketball team called the Condors. And from that moment, legend was created. We were a dynasty, and 8 national championships later, our legacy still exists today.
These guys have. And that's the ball game. All over. Casa Colina with their 7th national championship.
Now, the obvious benefits of being on a team and everyone working together towards sport, certainly important, but in the survival mode, it was more about those relationships because these guys knew the ropes. So they were much more than just teammates in a sport. They were teammates in teaching me how to live my spinal cord injured new life. I was director of wheelchair sports in the dream job of all time for 17 years at Casa Colina, and totally grateful.
Tonight we also have with us Casa Colina's Director of Wheelchair Sports. Please welcome David Kiley.
It being the very first wheelchair sports program associated with rehabilitation, and it become the model for the country to where everyone in the United States after Casa Colina was looking to form a wheelchair sports program. That's real impact, and Casa Colina was the gateway to me becoming all that I could possibly be, not only in sport, but in my life. I wanted to free myself from what I thought I couldn't do to everything that I could do. Not only did I play basketball, it didn't matter what I played. I wanted to be the best at it, and I happened to rise to the top of wheelchair tennis. I have gold medals in alpine skiing, and over 3 sports I was able to be a Paralympian, and in track be the fastest man in a wheelchair in the 100 meters. I was very proud to be the first wheelchair athlete in Sports Illustrated, and the beauty of it is that I have my 2 children with me. You know, certainly wheelchair sports program at Casa, we began with the typical sports, but I had a tremendous interest in the outdoors, I always had. And so I began to schedule hiking and skiing, both water and snow, and whitewater rafting. And those are the activities that really get families into life together. So it makes perfect sense that Casa Colina went down that road in outdoor adventures for people with disability, and particularly brain injury. And mind you, they went down that road first. I've been blessed to be able to achieve quite a bit in my lifetime in sport, but what means the most to me is that I was able to leave a wheel print either on the sport I played or, more importantly, have impact on someone's life. I need to be an example that shows the way of possibility and not disability. So service to me is something that is natural. It's part of my DNA, and it's the most meaningful thing that I do. Yeah, I have gold medals, I have national championships, win streaks, award, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes down to it, what did I do to make this world a better place and make it easier for somebody who was in a struggle? And that's what means a lot to me. The most important part of my life is my family and my belief in God, but at the same time, if I left a legacy behind, it's one of being an example of no limits. Do anything and everything that you want, and in the process, break down any barriers and stereotypes and blow everybody's mind in the process.